So the game I'm playing today is called Wingspan. This is a turn-based card game in which you are trying to build the most attractive nature preserve by populating it with birds. Each bird comes with its own power that can be combined with other birds in order to create powerful synergies. The overall objective of the game is to try and accumulate more points than your opponents. One of the ways in which you can accomplish that is by simply placing down birds in your preserve, but there's a bunch of other ways that you can accomplish this too, and I'm not going to bother explaining what those ways are on the title screen here because it would just take way too long. So instead, I'm going to briefly discuss the history of this game. So, this is actually another digital adaptation of a tabletop game. Haven't played one of these in a little while. Indeed, Wingspan was originally released as a physical tabletop game back in 2019, and the tabletop version was developed by a company called Stonemaier Games, and it was designed primarily by Elizabeth Hargrave. The digital adaptation, which came out last month, was developed by a studio called Monster Couch. Wingspan is what's known as an engine-building card game. And basically what that means, or at the very least my interpretation of that term, because up until the point I discovered this game, I did not know that was an actual term for board games. But basically what it means is that every card in this game has a specific action that it allows you to perform. And effectively what you want to do in order to rack up the biggest score possible is stack all of those actions on top of each other. This will, in turn, make all of your future actions that much more efficient. Wingspan is definitely easy to understand, but when it comes to actually getting good at this game, it's not quite as simple. This game is pretty difficult to master. I just want to note as well, by the way, that I have never played the physical version of Wingspan before. I'm only familiar with the digital version that came out last month. The game is definitely a lot more complicated than I'm making it sound, and with that being said, I would kinda like to just dive into a game immediately to show you how exactly this game plays. So this is the title screen right here, and you have a bunch of different modes. This game does actually have online multiplayer, and unlike the other digital tabletop adaptation that I played earlier this year, Sagrada, Wingspan does not require a third-party account to play online, at least I don't believe it does. I have no real interest in showing off the multiplayer in this game though, so we'll probably just skip over that for now. There's also a couple of additional options here, like Preserve, Archive, and Birds, but I'm going to talk about these options a little bit later. For now, we're going to try and play a game here. Now, there is also a tutorial in this game, and I would recommend checking out the tutorial if you have never played this game before, but I'm also going to skip over the tutorial because it's fairly lengthy. It does a really good job at explaining the game's mechanics, but it also takes a very long time to actually get through the tutorial, mostly just because of how in-depth it actually goes into the mechanics. So instead, we are going to try and play a custom game here. I'm also going to explain what this Automod game mode is as well. And also this thing up here, Your Games, what exactly does this entail? I'll talk about that stuff later, let's just play a custom game for now. Right, so there are some rules that you can set here. So what is kind of interesting is that you can select a different portrait to identify yourself with, and there's also different player colors that you can choose. Not that many of them though, there's only 5. I'm gonna go with this blue one for now. So there's quite a few different player portraits that you can choose from here. Some of them are just normal birds, some are also anthropomorphic birds, and others are just plain old humans. And also a badger, because I guess the developers just thought, why not? I'm just gonna choose the hipster badger for the time being, and then you can also select your background, so it is possible to change the actual appearance of the preserves that you are trying to build up here. I think the default background is this one, but I do like the appearance of this one a lot more actually. It has a lot more pawns all over the place, and just a lot more flowers in general, so why the heck not? And we can also change the background portrait for the other player too. We don't actually need to adjust any of this stuff, but you can also change their player background as well. And I guess for them I could show off the default background. You can also set the difficulty of the computer opponents here. I think the physical version of Wingspan does require at least 2 players in order to be played correctly. But because this is the digital version, you can just play with computer opponents if you want. There's only 2 difficulty levels to choose from here, AI Easy and AI Normal. I'm just gonna go with Normal for now. You can play this with up to 5 players, but just for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna go with 2. Don't worry too much about what this goal mat thing is for now. I'll explain that in further detail later. This order as well, yeah, random order and custom order. I don't actually know what this implies, but it's not really important for now. Let's just try and get into an actual game here. So we are going to begin. So each game of Wingspan lasts for exactly 4 rounds. And in each round, you will get a limited number of turns in order to perform various actions. The amount of turns that you can take depletes with each round. So in the first round here, we have 8 turns that we can make. Second round, we'll only get 7 turns. Third round, we get 6 turns. And then the final round, we only get 5 turns. So on the left side of the screen here, you'll see that the game is explaining to you various actions that you can take on each individual turn. So you can only take one of 4 actions on each individual turn here. You can either play a bird from your hand, gain food and activate forest bird powers, lay eggs and activate grassland bird powers, or draw bird cards and activate wetland bird powers. So basically, there's 3 different habitats in your wildlife preserve, and certain birds can only be placed in certain habitats. There are some birds that can be placed in any habitat, but not every single bird in the game is like that, and there are definitely some restrictions as to where you can place down birds in your preserve. Some birds can only be placed in the forest, others in the grassland, others in the wetland. Some can be placed in either the wetland or grassland, and some birds can just be placed in any habitat. On the right side of the screen, you will notice some dice. So these dice represent the amount of food in the bird feeder. The bird feeder is a place where you can go and grab food for your birds, because in order to place down a lot of these birds, you will need to feed them first. And if you don't have the sufficient amount of food to feed them, well, you can't place them down. Again, some birds will require a specific kind of food in order for you to place them down. You have 5 different kinds of food right here. You have berries, fish, invertebrates, rodents, and seeds. Right now, the bird feeder contains 3 invertebrates, 1 berry, and 1 fish. It is possible to re-roll these dice if you're missing a specific kind of food, but I'll touch on that a bit more later. Also, these little blue cubes right here, this shows you the amount of action cubes that you have remaining, which basically means how many turns you have remaining, because whenever you use up a turn, that also uses up an action cube. There's also this set of icons in the top right-hand corner of the screen, but we're not going to talk about those just yet. I'll actually talk about these things at the end of the round. So, I just want to notify you guys that I am not an expert at this game whatsoever. I only started playing this game yesterday, and I'm still trying to learn the ins and outs of how exactly this game works. So I'm just warning you ahead of time that you are not going to be seeing expert level gameplay of this game. Most of this video is just going to be me probably not even knowing what the hell I'm doing half the time. But I am going to try and explain all the game's mechanics to the best of my abilities. So, when we start the game, we can choose 5 different things to keep among the bird cards and food. So we can either take all of this food right here, or we can take all of the cards that we're given, or we can select a very specific set of cards and a specific set of food, and then we can actually begin our turn for real. So let's actually look at these cards here. So, all of these cards are randomized, by the way. Everything in this game is basically random, it's up to RNG. So we have Wood Stork, draw 2 new bonus cards and keep 1. Actually, I think I might want that, because, yeah, bonus cards are also important for something that I'm going to touch on later. Take note as well that there's these little disclaimers on all of these cards that say when activated or when played. I'm also going to talk about that in a minute. The amount of feathers on these cards shows you how many points you'll receive for playing that bird. So if I play the Wood Stork, I'll actually get 6 points. If I play the Mallard, I actually get no points. And then the little symbol underneath it is the type of nest that they can produce, which does become important when we start discussing these icons right here, but for now, don't really worry about it too much. Don't worry about the wingspan of these birds either. You'll also see that the game displays the actual wingspan of the birds too. That's not important for now. There is a specific power that some of these birds have, in which the wingspan does become important, but for now, don't worry about it. These little symbols right here also show you the amount of eggs that you can lay on this particular bird. So Wood Stork, I can only lay 2 eggs. Mallard, I can lay up to 4. Barn Swallow, only 3. It's also possible to tuck cards behind birds too, and that is also important for accumulating points by the end of the game. So I may want at least some of these here. Yeah, okay, gain 1 seed or 1 berry from the bird feeder if there is one. I mean, I could put down the mallard just so I can draw cards every single time it's activated. In order to draw cards, I usually have to go straight to the wetland habitat, because that's where all of the cards are located. Like, that's where the deck is located. In the meantime, I guess I can also choose some food to keep as well, like maybe the invertebrate and the seeds for now. See, the only problem here is that wood stork requires fish and rodents. There's also this little color wheel here. The color wheel basically means that it can take any kind of food. Doesn't matter what it is, you can just feed it any kind of food and it'll accept it. So what kind of bonus card do we have here? Cartographer, birds with geography terms in their names. 2 to 3 birds, I'll get 3 points, and if I have more than 4 birds, or 4 or more birds, then I'll get 7 points. There's also large bird specialist, birds with wingspans over 65 centimeters, 4 to 5 birds I get 3 points, and then more than 6 birds I get 6 points. I think it only totals this up at the end of the game though, but I probably would want to get this one. I mean, I already have a bird with a wingspan over 65 centimeters, so as long as I'm prioritizing birds with big wingspans, then, well, I get more points, basically. I do apologize if there is a lot of explaining that I'm doing here at the beginning of the game, but you have to understand that this game is a lot more complicated than Sagrada. But I think we are gonna begin the actual game here, because we didn't use an action cube doing that. If you're playing the custom game mode, you can also go to the other player's habitat and view what exactly they're doing as well. So Purple Puffin Boy right here doesn't actually have anything placed right now. Although these are the cards that he's apparently drawn currently. Yeah, there's also this other power called Once Between Turns. If I get one of these cards myself, then I will try to explain what exactly that is, but let's just go back to my own habitat for now. So I actually cannot play any cards in the forest area right here, so I'm gonna go to, yeah, I can go to the grasslands to lay eggs. The forest I can go to if I want to get more food, and the wetlands I can also go to if I want to draw more cards, but I don't really need to draw cards right now. So I mean, we can start by placing down the mallard here, because, yeah, with this one in particular, I can use either invertebrate or seeds in order to feed it. So whenever you see a slash right here, it effectively means that the bird accepts 2 different types of food, so I can feed it either an invertebrate or a seed. So we're just gonna pay with it for now, there we go. So at least that way, every time I put something down in my wetlands, then that means I will draw a card every single time due to the fact that the mallard's there. I really do like the art style of this game, by the way. Everything is so meticulously animated, including the birds themselves. Like, look at this. Very high detailed animation here. So I think I'm actually gonna go to the forest to try and gain some more food. Yeah, I do actually need another invertebrate. But just keep in mind that every time you take food from the bird feeder, that does use up an action cube. So if you choose to get more food from the bird feeder, you are essentially using up an entire turn. So very quickly, okay, yeah, and your opponent will also tell you that they've gained food or that they've laid eggs or that they've placed down birds as well. And so far, they have not actually placed down anything. You can view the amount of food that they have as well, so they have a rodent, and 1 seed and 1 invertebrate. So in order to place down certain birds, I do need to go to the grasslands in order to lay eggs. So I think I will try laying eggs on, well, actually, I can only lay eggs on the mallard right now because I didn't place the barn swallow yet. So there we go, get some eggs, there we go, very nice. I can have up to 4 eggs, that's what this capacity number means. That number will increase the more birds that I place down. So I think I will actually place this down in the wetlands, because I would like to show this off. I would like to actually demonstrate this. Yes, I do need to spend an egg in order to place this down, just 1 though. Okay, so I don't think, I'm not sure if that power actually got activated or not, because do I need to draw a card now? Well, either way, I just really want to try and place down some birds. Okay, yeah, so he placed a northern shoveler down. Also, may I just point out how weird this is that we're playing against a puffin who's placing down his own birds in his own wildlife habitat, despite the fact that he's a bird himself? Suspension of disbelief be damned, but yeah, okay, he played that for 7 points, holy crap. Okay, yeah, when activated, all players draw 1 card from the deck. Okay, well that could possibly benefit me somehow. It could potentially benefit me. I also need to mention as well that every player in this game shares the same bird feeder. So if there's only 2 pieces of food remaining in the bird feeder, for me, that means there's also 2 pieces remaining for him. And I believe your opponent can also re-roll the food in the bird feeder as well. So what do I need for the wood stork? Yeah, I need a fish and a rodent. Okay, well, I would kind of like to play him though, so I'd like to get something. Okay, well, I have the fish at the very least. Okay, give me that. Give me that, please and thank you. Okay, I only have 3 turns left here. He's also drawn birds. Okay, yeah, so I draw 1 card from the deck. So that's actually gonna force me to do something. So I think that's a once between turns. Or no, that's just when activated. Well, I guess I might as well mention what the when played power does. Basically what this means is that once I place down the wood stork, I will immediately draw 2 new bonus cards and I'll get to keep 1 of them. But it only does that once. And then the once between turns power basically means that whatever power that bird has, it will activate every single turn. I don't think it activates automatically though. I believe it only activates when a player performs a specific action. And it doesn't matter which player that is. I think if any player, like, takes a specific action, then the once between turns power will activate. Depending on what that power actually is, but for now, let me just draw a card here. Morning Dove, lay 1 egg on this bird when activated. God, that's another 0 point card though. I don't really want that. Well, either way, that's what I have to take. The face down cards you cannot see normally, so you kind of just have to, yeah, take a shot in the dark. You have to pray to the heart of the cards that you get what you want. And most of the time you don't, because this is RNG Central, boys and girls. Yeah, I think the brown powers, which are the when activated powers, yeah, they only activate when I actually activate this habitat, when there are no actual birds here. But I do need another rodent, so please give me what I want. Okay, re-roll this. Okay, thank you. I do need that one. There we go. Okay, we can put that wood stork down now. But I'm gonna have to wait another turn. There we go. Okay, so okay, he gained food. I don't give a crap. Could care less about what you're doing, honestly. And I do have the, yeah, the other seed that I can pay for this. There we go. Yeah, berries would have also worked, or another invertebrate would have worked too. I'm gonna spend an egg from the mallard right here. There we go. Okay, so what other bonus card do I want here? Backyard birder. Birds worth less than 4 points. Well, I've got plenty of those in my reserve right now. Or birds that eat seeds. Okay, they can also eat other kinds of food. Keep that in mind as well. Okay, well, in that case, maybe... I don't know, this bonus card might benefit me in the long run, because I don't have the best kinds of birds right now, honestly. Oh god, game, what are you doing? Game, please. Now is not the time for you to be freaking out, okay? Please, try to relax yourself. Okay, what exactly are you doing? You still don't have any eggs placed down, though. It seems like you're building up on food, though, which worries me, because I feel like you're about to pull off a 300 IQ move here, which is an absurdly high amount of IQ that I unfortunately do not possess. You know what I think I'm gonna do for now? I think I'm just gonna lay some more eggs. Yeah, I'm gonna lay more eggs. Maybe on the wood stork. Here we go. Actually, I can move my cursor over this little icon right here to show you what it actually does. Count the total number of birds with this specific nest type that have at least 1 egg. Each bird counts just once, regardless of how many eggs it has. Star nests count towards this goal. So I guess I may as well explain the different kinds of nest types here. So, each bird has their own nest type, and there's 5 different nest types in total. There's ground, platform, cavity, bowl, and star. So the wood stork here, I believe, has a platform nest. That's what this icon means. Mallard has a ground nest, which is just the pile of eggs. Pile of eggs all clustered together into one place. And then the barn swallow has a star nest. And the star nest basically means that they don't produce any specific kind of nest. Now, why exactly is all of this important? Well, these icons right here are actually end-of-round goals. And if you manage to accomplish an end-of-round goal, you will receive bonus points, which can help you immensely in defeating your opponent. Now, the game never requires you to actually complete these end-of-round goals, but if you are trying to be competitive here, you're going to want to complete them. And the amount of points that you receive from end-of-round goals depends on what you had the goal mat set to. So the current setting that I have the goal mat set to is a setting in which only the top 3 players will receive bonus points. So for instance, if you're playing with 5 players here, the bottom 2 players are not going to receive any bonus points if they completely botch the end of round goal. But there's another goal mat that you can enable in which all players have the opportunity to score bonus points. Yeah, so none of us actually won that, so we didn't get any bonus points at all. Yeah, so basically what I have the goal mat set to right now is a setting in which it acts like a podium. So whoever got the most amount of points in the second end round goal is gonna get 5 bonus points, and then second place will get 2 points, and then the third place player gets only 1 point, and then everyone else gets diddly squat. But the other goal mat essentially gives all players the opportunity to score bonus points. So for instance, the next end goal round right here is put all of your eggs in the grasslands. So if every player were to put down 5 eggs on a bird in the grasslands, or any bird for that matter, then every single player will get 5 bonus points, and you can only earn up to 5. But because I have the goal mat set to the podium setting right now, the top player will receive 5 points, and then the second place player receives 2. And then third place receives only 1 point, and then the other players don't get anything. And you'll see that the rewards do increase as the game goes on, because in the 4th end goal round, you can accumulate up to 7 bonus points for coming in first. And currently I am in first in that regard, because even though we are not on rounds 3 or 4 yet, you can still try to accomplish the end round goals at any time. And right now, I am actually beating my opponent in at least 2 of these end round goals. So the third end round goal is put all of your eggs on birds that have platform nests. And then the final end goal round is place all of your birds in the wetlands. Or as many birds as you can at least. So that's what all of that means. Okay, so he has gained food. Okay, so I need to try and like think of something to actually do here. You only need 1 seed and I can place you down anywhere. You know what? I'm just gonna go back to the bird feed. Okay, yeah, there is already a seed in here. I can't tell if this got re-rolled already, but I think it did. Yeah, give me that seed, because he only requires 1. There are some birds in this game that don't require food, so you can actually place those birds down without needing any food. Like, if you just have 0 food whatsoever, you can still play them. I also want to stress too that I am not going to be demonstrating every single bird in this game, because according to the game's description on Steam, this game apparently has 170 birds in total. So I'm not going to be explaining what every single bird in this game is, because if I did so, we'd probably be here for at least 3 hours. You may have also noticed as well that all the birds make noises whenever you place them down, and I believe that is supposed to be actual recordings of the noises that they make. So there was definitely some attention to detail that went into making this game. Like, I'm actually very impressed by this. I want to see what he played down. Okay, Golden Eagle, 8 points. Okay, so this bird right here is a predator. That's what this little skull and crossbones icon means. So, look at a card from the deck. This is when activated, by the way. Look at a card from the deck. If it's less than 100 centimeters, so this is where the wingspan comes into play. If the bird's wingspan is smaller than 100 centimeters, tuck it behind this bird, if not, discard it. Now this is where the once between turns powers, or the pink powers as they're known in this game, can come in handy, because I think there are some pink powers in this game that only activate whenever a predator power is activated. And that can prove beneficial to you in the long run, because that basically means it gets activated every time your opponent does something with this card, or a card of this kind. He also placed down something else, Clark's Nutcracker. Yeah, gain 1 seed from the bird feeder if available. You may cash it on this card. You can also cash food on different cards too. That's basically what the game is saying here. Cashing food can also reward you points. So basically, if you have a massive surplus of food, you can just cash it on a specific card. And I think at the end of the game, you will receive points for the amount of food that you have cashed. So if you have like an exorbitant amount of food that you don't know what to do with, well, just place it on a card. Yeah, just give it to the bird basically. Like, just get rid of all that unnecessary food that you don't really need. I think for now, I want to try and, yeah, just place down some more eggs. Holy crap, man. Because there's a lot that I can place down now. I have like 14 that I can put down. But I need to, like, prioritize my, my wetlands here. Okay, he laid eggs too. How many does he have? He also has 2. Yeah, but see, he has a smaller amount that he can place down. Only 7. Because, I mean, Golden Eagle, you can only have 1 egg laid down onto that bird, and actually he did tuck a bird underneath the Golden Eagle. That's what this little number means. Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna try and draw something here because, yeah, draw 3 cards. Let's do this. I need to get something that I can play in the freaking, yeah, the grasslands, because I want to try and prioritize this. You can lay 6 birds down onto the California quail. Yeah, I have, like, barely any food as well, but... Okay, this is another predator power, too. Yeah, you know what? How about I just take all of these? Just take all 3 of these. I'm not gonna, like, pull anything, like, face down. Don't pull any face down cards. Okay, lay 1 egg on this current bird. Tuck a card from my hand. Okay, well, I mean... What could I place down here? Yeah, lay 1 egg on the bird. I don't want to get rid of that, though. I mean... Okay, well, in that case, I can show you what this actually looks like. Yeah, took a bird, choose a card. That's a very good name, Bush Tit. Okay, so this actually allows me to tuck cards, too. And if I do so, also lay 1 egg on the bird. Okay, well, this might come in handy. You never know. This could be useful. Oh god, get another card. Gray Catbird. Repeat a brown power on 1 other bird in this habitat. Alright. I think that sounds useful. I mean, I haven't seen this card before, though. So I have no idea how useful that actually is. I don't know how to play that correctly. Well, I only have 3 turns left. Okay, Lincoln Sparrow, what is that? Where you play that in your grasslands. Okay. Golden Eagle, Lincoln Sparrow. If a bird is to the right of all the other birds in its habitat, move it to another habitat. So I do know that it is possible to move birds to other habitats as well. I think you can only do that with the birds that can be placed in all the other habitats, though. For birds that are exclusive to one single habitat, like Clark's Nutcracker, then yeah, that's not possible. Good lord, what do I even want to do now? I have like a massive surplus of cards. I don't even have any food to place anything down. Let me go and get some food. Well, I mean, I can place the... Well, no, I'm gonna need food for that, so frick this. Let's, do I need... Okay, yeah, I do actually need an invertebrate, but I also need some seeds. See, because I have nothing placed down in my forest right here, or any other habitat for that matter, I'm effectively wasting turns by doing this, which is not good. Okay, well, there's no seeds here, but you know what? I could use these berries. Maybe I can place down the gray catbird. I mean, I don't know. Repeat a brown power on 1 other bird in this habitat? I mean, that could be useful for a thing. Black tern in my wetlands. Okay, what is that? Black tern. Draw 1 card. If you do, discard 1 card from your hand at the end of your turn. He placed that down for 4. Okay, so how many points does he have in terms of birds that he's placed down currently? 5, 13, and he also has a tuck card as well, so that's actually 14, 17. Oh god, I think... Jesus, okay, so I think he has like 28 points right now, and how many do I have, just for comparison's sake? Oh, perfect, I only have 8. Amazing. I totally know what I am doing in this game, guys. I'm an expert ornithologist, I'm just well beyond anyone else in my particular field. Clearly. Obviously. Okay, well, he definitely beat my ass in that category, okay? Like, I'll give that to ya. Yeah, I didn't get anything, though, so I actually don't get any points. God, okay, what is this even gonna look like? I'm still beating him in every other end-round goal, though. I gotta try and keep that up. Yeah, wait, did you play another black turn? Okay, no. You already told me you played that, though. Why are you still reminding me of that? Screw it, I'm just gonna play you for 5 points, because I need some points anyway. Like, this is absurd. I am getting both of my ass cheeks handed to me right now. So I gotta try and turn this around somehow. How many eggs do you have placed down? 6? Okay, well, then in that case, we're gonna do a thing here. I do have birds with platform nests placed down. That's already 2. Okay, well, then you're gonna get more then. There we go. Okay, let's try and actually make some strides in this category at the very least. Let's attempt to, because I really don't know what I'm doing, guys. The only thing I really understand about this game are the basic mechanics. Okay, here we go. Northern Shoveler. All players draw 1 card from the deck. What do I have? Sprague's Pipit? Draw 2 new bonus cards and keep 1. Again. Well, at least it's something I can place down in my grasslands only. So maybe I want that. I don't know. Let's try laying more eggs in the meantime, though. Let's just fill this up completely. There. Want to get that end-round goal at the very least. You know, and also have a sufficient amount of eggs that I can actually keep placing down friggin' cards. Like, God, I need more food again. Okay, this invertebrate I do actually need. Thank you very much. Click on 1 other bird with a brown power. Okay, well, I don't have any other bird in this habitat yet. I mean, I only placed this one down because I wanted the points, because that's like, yeah, that's a lot of points. That's 5 of them. Oh, that's not what I want at all. Okay, well, I can actually discard a card to gain more food. So, I mean, what could I get rid of here? Oh no, all players drop, well actually no, that's 5 points, I don't want to get rid of that. I don't feel like this particular card might be of that much use to me, so go away. Oh, perfect. I can choose 2, but it's still nothing that I want. Okay, hang on a second. Reroll. Okay, there we go. This, however, is what I want. Thank you. Okay, I draw another card from the deck at the very least. There we go. Get something new. Okay, so I've seen the Snowy Egret before. Or the Egret. Roll all dice not in Bird Feeder. If any are fish, gain 1 fish and cash it on this card. So I have actually seen this card before, though. I am familiar with the Snowy Egret. I do want to try and get another bonus card here, which is why I'm going to try and play this. Birds that eat fish. Okay, yeah, they can also eat other kinds of food. Birds with body parts in their names. Yeah, anatomist. Fishery manager. I apparently already have one of those birds at the very least. Okay, give me that then in that case. You can't play the bonus cards, just for the record. Okay, did I still won in this category. Okay. So in that case, I'm gonna get 6 bonus points for that. Very nice. I'm still winning in the other end round goal, though, so hopefully I can get bonus points just from that, because I don't know what the frick I'm doing. What exactly are you doing? Okay, you have... Oh my god, you have 11 out of 11. You have a lot of food as well. Actually, Snowy Egret takes either fish or invertebrates, so I think I can actually play this now. Yeah, you know what? Just play it. I'm gonna play it. There. Take your eggs, so I can actually place this damn thing down. There we go. Give me some more points. There we go. I'm really growing out my wetlands here, but I'm not really doing anything about my other habitats. I think it goes without saying that this is definitely not the ideal way to play this game, but that's only because I don't know what I'm doing, guys. But hey, more birds in the wetlands is a good thing, though, because that is actually what I need to do to win this end round goal at the very least, get those 7 bonus points. You know what, screw it. Maybe I'm just gonna try and get, like... Okay, yeah. So... these dice right here that have like 2 different icons on them, so I can choose either one. So I'm gonna choose the invertebrate, because that's what I need. Maybe I just will put down the spotted sandpiper. Why did I even place this down in this habitat? I have literally nothing to use that power on. Blue-winged warbler. What exactly is that? Blue-winged warbler apparently has no power. Okay, but it has 8 points though. Okay, I have not actually seen a card with no power at all before. That's completely new to me. You can't play Spotted Sandpiper in this habitat. Why not? It says that I can only play it in the wetlands, though. Can I... Wait, what? Hang on a second. Did I somehow bug the game out here, or do I need to draw cards? Hang on a second. Wait, what is going on? Did I break the game somehow? Hello? Game? I think I broke something, because... What do you mean I can't play this in the wet... I am in the wetlands, and also, this is literally a bird that I can only play in the wetlands. Why is it not letting me put this down? Okay, are you serious right now? Am I really gonna miss out on all of these points because of a random glitch? Come on, dude. Okay, but that doesn't make any sense. I can only play this bird in the wetlands. I am in the wetlands, and yet it's saying, no, you can't play this here. I do have the sufficient amount of food as well. Hang on a second. What if I try reloading this? Did that fix it? No, it actually did not. Okay, well, in that case, crap, what do I do now? Fine, I guess I'll just try and gain more food from this. Reroll this. There we go. I need that. One of those things I need. Okay, well in that case, if I can't play this card because of a glitch, maybe I should just discard it. Okay, this is still not at all what I want, but I mean, it's something, okay? It's something. Like, I'm running out of turns. I only have 2 more turns in the entire game here, so I want to, like, try and get some food that I want. No, this is not what I want, though. Okay, well, you know what? In that case, let's just try laying more eggs down. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think you do get bonus points for all of the eggs that you have left over at the end of the game. So due to the fact that I have 7 eggs right now, I think if I end the game now, I get 7 bonus points. I think that's how that works. Okay. Says Phoebe, lay 1 bird or lay 1 egg on each of your birds with a bull nest. Where is this game even going? I feel like I got robbed to some degree, guys, because I don't understand why it was not letting me play that 1 bird in this wetlands habitat when that was the only place it could be put down in. Like, I had the sufficient amount of food for it too. It only required 1 invertebrate, but it's still, I don't know, the game was just like, I don't know, go place it somewhere else, even though you're actually supposed to place it here, but Go place it somewhere else anyway. I just completely stopped caring about the rules at this point. Oh god, okay, well, I don't even know what to do. This requires like 3 invertebrates, so I can't place it down anyway. I don't think I can place anything down. Fine, you know what? More eggs. Just place down some more eggs somewhere. Doesn't matter where. I think I got boned. I feel like the game boned me, guys. Well, I still, like, won that by a long mile. There we go. Oh, I feel like the game boned me to some degree, guys. I'm pretty sure that was like a bug or something, but... Okay, how much did I botch this then? Oh, I botched it completely. Oh my god. Okay, well, I mean, the other rounds that I played off-screen did not go as terribly as this one did. God, only 45 and he got 73. You know, I feel like I could have gotten some additional points if the game did not bug out and it let me place down that other card. You know what? I'm gonna partly blame the game for that, but for the most part I'm gonna blame myself because I did not have any solid strategy to try and beat this whatsoever. So there are some additional details that you can activate too. So you can see the exact amount of points that all of the players received in different categories here. So if there was one category that I did beat my opponent in, it was the end of round goals, because I got 13 points in total. But I think he annihilated me in like every other category, yeah. I had no idea what I was doing half the time, but I mean, I got my wetlands built up pretty good. I mean, I still wish I could have played that other bird, because I would have gotten more points. I could have ended this with 50 points instead of 45, but no, the game just had to bug out and be like, I don't know what to do, I'm confused. So you can save your game to the Preserve Archive. So if you want to go and see a replay of the summary of your game, or the game that you just played, you can save this to the Preserve Archive, so you can view it again at any time. But just keep in mind that saving a game to the Preserve Archive does not create like a full replay of the game you just played. Basically, it'll show you a replay of the summary of the game, and I think you can still look at the overview if I'm not mistaken, but it doesn't actually show you the game being played from start to finish, and all of the moves that you made and your opponent made. It doesn't show you any of that, and also that was a very piss-poor performance anyway, and I would rather not save that, no. I would like to just forget that game even existed, especially with that bug I encountered. For the record, I have been able to beat the game against the AI at least once. Although admittedly, it was in the tutorial game, so I don't think that really counts, honestly. So I think the last thing I'm gonna do here before I end the video is that I'm gonna show a game with Atama enabled. Or I'm gonna show off the Atama game mode, which is probably what I should have said in the first place. I am gonna change my player background right here. There we go, have a nice little shed. Maybe change you to, actually no, change you to a red color to signify that you're absolutely evil. And you're probably gonna completely obliterate me, so... You cannot change the portrait or the background if you're playing against the Atama bird. You'll notice that this is not a real bird, he's actually a robot, a very steampunk-esque looking robot bird right here. I am gonna change the goal mat this time though. I do want to show off what the other goal mat looks like. There are different difficulties that you can set him to as well. You can set him to either easy, normal, or hard. I do find it kind of weird though how the AI in the other game mode doesn't seem to have a hard difficulty setting. Not sure why that is, because you might have saw earlier that there was only easy and normal. I'm also not sure if it's possible to watch the AI duke it out against one another. I could try doing that later on while I'm ending the video, perhaps. For now, I'm gonna show off what exactly this looks like. And by the way, I am not going to be showing off a 5-player game because the game just gets way too friggin' complicated and hard to keep track of when you're playing with more than 2 players, so I'm not going to bother with that. So, eggs in wetlands, sets of eggs in any of the habitats, okay, eggs in the bull nests, and then birds in the forest. Alrighty then, so what exactly is different in the Atama game mode? So, the only thing that I know that's different in this game mode is that you cannot actively view the types of cards that Atama is playing. So instead of being able to directly view your opponent's screen, it'll instead show this points total screen instead. And Atama is still performing tasks in the background, he's still laying eggs and putting down birds, and he also gets points for putting down face-down cards as well. And it also shows the current score that he has for the end of round goals. And you can also see his points total at any given time, and you can also see the bonus card that he drew as well. In this case, he has Photographer, birds with colors in their names. Yeah, so in other words, the only real difference between this game mode and the default game mode is that you just can't see what your opponent's doing, basically. You only have like a very vague idea as to what your opponent is actually accomplishing. So keep 5 things. Okay, so what is this? Discard 1 egg from any of your other birds to gain 1 food of any kind from the supply. Play another bird into the same habitat, pay its normal cost. Birds to the right of all the other birds move into another habitat. Players with the fewest wetland birds draw 1 card. Okay, that's interesting. And then gain 1 bird feeder, 1 seed from the bird feeder if available. Well, Common Loon sounds interesting. I mean, I could also play the heron for a lot of points as well. Okay, well, what exactly do I want here then? Any food and then a fish. Okay, well, give me the fish and then, I mean, I could also get the invertebrate for the night heron. Okay, well, let's just try this for now. Rodentologist, birds that eat rodents, or fishery manager, birds that eat fish. Well, I don't know, this actually seems a little bit better because this is 2 points per bird, so there's no limit as to how many points I can receive from this. Okay, well, then in that case, maybe this is what I actually want instead. I think I can already play this if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay, you know what, just points out of the gate. Points right out I'm not even sure what's gonna happen. I don't know how I feel about those red eyes on that loon there. Okay, so what did he do right here? Remove end of round cube, remove 1 point from current end of round goal. Okay, well, he apparently already laid an egg? Okay, Atama action. For each egg icon in the section for the current round, give the Atama 1 egg token from the supply. See, I haven't spent that much time with the Atama game mode off screen, so I'm not entirely sure how this even plays. Like, I don't exactly know what the Atama actually does, that's the thing. So wait a second, does that mean if I place down more birds with more egg icons, then he actually gets points for that? I don't know, that doesn't sound all that fair to me, but I mean, then again, this is basically meant to be like a hard difficulty game mode. You know, for like, the most experienced Wingspan players, which I am not at all. Fish, invertebrate, and rodents is what I need to play this card. So, I mean, let's see what we can do. Okay, well, I need the invertebrate. I definitely need the invertebrate. I might be wasting a few turns here just trying to stock up on food. Okay, so what are you doing? Golden Eagle. I think you're tucking that if I'm not mistaken. Oh god, what is this? From the 3 face-up cards on the bird tray, pick up all that meet the requirement of the Atama's bonus card. Of these cards, the Atama will keep 1 card with the highest point value. If there are multiple cards with the same highest point value, it makes no difference which one the Atama keeps. Place it face-up in the Atama supply and discard the rest. Face-up birds are worth their stated point value at the end of the game. If no birds meet the requirement, draw 1 face-down bird card and place it face-down in the Atama supply. God, this text is so small, I can barely read it. Face-down birds are worth 3, 4, or 5 points at the end of the game based on the difficulty level you chose. 4 points for normal difficulty, okay. Okay, well I guess that does make sense then. So he's going for the 1 card with the highest amount of points, which in this case was the Golden Eagle. God, this is still a little bit confusing, honestly. I would rather just play the normal game mode. This really is some like 300 IQ AI that you got going on right here. I'm honestly kind of impressed though. Okay, well, get the rodent. Okay, so all I need now is a fish. Give me some fish here. God, what is he even doing? I don't understand. Okay, hang on a second. Discard all 3 face-up cards from the bird tray, draw 1 card from the face-down bird deck, and place it face-down in the Atama supply. Okay, wait, I think I already read this, actually. Yeah, face-down birds are worth 3, 4, or 5 points at the end of the game based on difficulty level. Okay, well, he already has a wild turkey here, which is worth 8 points, so he's just getting lucky. That's the thing. He's looking out right now, and I'm not. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna get the seed so I can at least play the woodpecker. I think I'm gonna wait for the heron for now. Activate all pink powers? I mean, I don't think that gave him any points, though. Hang on a second. Here, I want to at least play this in this habitat, because I need birds in my forest for an end round goal, so you know what? I'll just do this. Do this for now, okay? Gain 1 from the bird feeder if available, or 1 seed when activated. Okay, so he got an additional point for something. Add end of round cube, add 1 point to current end of round goal. Okay, so is he just like, he's just rolling a dice then? Like rolling a die and just trying to get lucky. I really don't know how exactly this works. Oh no, he got an egg icon from rolling the die? I don't understand. Like, what even are you, Atama? I don't get it. Re-roll this garbage. Okay, there we go. I need a fish. I actually do need a fish right now. Okay, so I can either cash this or take it. I don't think I really need it right now, though, so maybe just cash it. There. Because I'm trying to get food for the heron so I can play that. I want all the points. Okay, why is he... Okay, I don't understand. Why is he playing the red-tailed hawk, though? He could have played this, couldn't he? This is worth more points. There's something about this that I'm not understanding here. This is all just very confusing, honestly. Okay, so there's nothing here. Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do instead? Just undo this for a minute. Okay, maybe I do actually need to try drawing some cards here, or at least one. Oh, I have a wild turkey that I can play myself. Okay, well, Great Horned Owl requires 3 rodents. Look at a card from the deck. If it's less than 100 centimeters, tuck it behind this card. You know what, just get the wild turkey. I can place down more eggs, actually. Okay, I can draw 1 card because I have the fewest amount of cards in the wetlands. So, okay, well, I can actually get the Great Horned Owl again. Fine, you know what? Screw it, I'm getting you 2 then. Fine, get 2 for the price of 1. What are you even doing at this point? I can't tell. You're just getting points for some reason. And you also lost points for the end of round goal because I have no clue why. It really does seem like you're just rolling a die in order to get that to happen. And I don't get it at all. I don't understand it. You know, I would actually like some seeds right about now. I think yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take this one, actually, because I do need that. Because I want to try and place down that turkey. I do need another cherry for that, though. Okay, you rolled a fish. So assuming... Oh, I think you re-rolled the stuff in the bird feeder. Okay, yeah, you're only gonna get 2 points for that, I think. Yeah, because you had 2 eggs in the wetlands, so you only get 2 bonus points for that. That's how that works. Oh god, that means in order to get all of the points, then I'm gonna need, yeah, I'm gonna need 5 birds in my forest here. I just realized that. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Well, I mean, I can place the wild turkey in the forest, so we'll try doing something. We'll devise a scheme here, and actually, I can get my, my berries. There, that's all I need. That's all I need. This, I think I am going to cash for now. There we go. Because all I'm planning on doing is just placing down the turkey. Okay, so he got 2 eggs. Yeah, what is a nice little touch as well, again, another clever attention to detail, is that whenever he places down eggs, the eggs actually appear here in the background, which is kind of cool. I still have no idea what it means, though, because I can't tell what in the world he's doing. Oh, right, I don't have enough eggs, though. That's the only problem. Okay, well, lay down some eggs. Lay some eggs. Do I need... Well, I can't do eggs in the wetlands now. Eggs in bowl nests. I don't think I have any with a bowl nest, though. So you know what? I'm just gonna lay eggs on you instead. Atama, what are you doing? You're playing that bird. All players draw 1 card from the deck. Okay, you got so many points for that, though. I still don't know what exactly it is you're doing. Well, whatever. It don't matter. Because I want to play this. Yes, I am going to play this. There we go. Very nice. I still have another fish left over. And I'm going to spend the egg from this bird right here. Yeah, this one doesn't have a power. I'm just placing it down because I want bonus points, basically. God, why do you have so many points already? You're only on normal difficulty. You can choose 2 from here. Okay, yes. This, and then... I mean, I can't really choose anything else, so fine. Get another seed, then? Probably. I think I'm just going to cash that one, too. Okay, you placed more face-down cards. Right, so he's just getting points like every single turn now. Give me something that I actually need here. Well, I mean, I definitely need the invertebrate. I don't know, maybe it would be a good idea to have like a little stock of these, perhaps. Yeah, there's nothing available in the bird feeder now, though, so I can't cash this. Atama, you putting down more face-down cards. I still don't understand what that means, though, when you do that. God, just please give me some freaking rodents. Can I just, like... No, I cannot. I cannot re-roll because there's not enough in the bird feeder. Okay, yeah, re-roll this, though. Okay, I will cash this, at the very least. God, it really does feel like I'm just wasting turns. I'm not even sure how he's pulling off this wizardry right here. I don't even understand anything. Can I just please have a rodent? Okay, you know what? Actually, wait a second. Do I... Hold on. I'm gonna cut out of this, for just a minute. Or I'm gonna, like, leave... Undo this. Undo this, back out of this, whatever the heck. Okay, so there is actually something that I do want to show off here. So, if I hover my cursor over this little icon right here, that does not actually do anything. Okay, well, there is something that I do want to mention here. Is there going to be like a little tooltip that appears? Really? Nothing? Okay, well, I'll explain this to you myself then. So there is a rule in Wingspan that does actually allow you to use food items other than what is specified on the card. So basically, if you have two different kinds of food items, you can actually substitute those items in place of what the bird would normally require. So for instance, we do have fish and invertebrates right here, but we don't have rodents. Now, because of the fact that we're using two different types of food items here, we can actually substitute the rodent for a seed if we wanted to. Now, the only reason we're able to do this is because we actually have a seed, and I believe the only reason we can do this as well is because we're trying to feed it more than two food items. Like, we're feeding it up to 3 right here, which I believe is the only reason why this rule even works in the first place, or why we're even able to do this. So I can place down the fish and the invertebrate, and then if I wanted to, I could place down another invertebrate, so that second invertebrate is only worth about half of the rodent, so we can fill in the second half by throwing in the seed as well, and we can actually use all 4 of these food items to feed this bird and place him down, basically. Again, the only time you can really do this is when you have like a big surplus of food in your inventory. So I'm gonna take the egg from here. I also wasn't paying attention to how many eggs I actually had, but there you go. Try and get some points in there at the very least. Okay, the roll failed and I think you still got points anyway, so I don't understand. I know nothing. I'm an idiot at this game. I mean, you're not even getting that many bonus points anyway, because you're not really doing a good job at getting these tasks done anyway. So I don't know, should I be worried right now? I have no idea. You know what, I'm just gonna draw more cards because I need to try and find... Yeah, okay, Hooded Warbler. I do need eggs in the bull nest though, so maybe I should try and prioritize that. Juniper Titmouse. Again, fantastic name for a bird. Gain 1 seed from the supply and cash it on this card. And then what's the Bobolink? Lay 1 egg on each of your birds with a ground nest. I believe that's what that says. Okay, well, I'll get this one for now then. Okay, there we go. Discard eggs. I can't actually discard eggs, because I didn't put down any other eggs, though. That was the last one. Okay, well, draw another card then. You know what, I'm just gonna get something from the face down pile. Oh, Burrowing Owl. Roll all dice not in bird feeder. If any are rodents, gain 1 rodent and cash it on this card. Okay, so I have... Do I actually have 2 different owls here? I do. Automa, what are you even doing right now? I just cannot tell at this point. But you seem to have the hang of this, though, so I mean... I don't know. You've come up with some sort of, like, insane strategy for just absolutely obliterating me here. Wish I could see what that strategy actually was, but... Just put down some more eggs for now. There we go. Give them all to the turkey, because I don't have any bull nests here. Not yet, anyway. Okay, activate all pink powers. You got a cherry. Okay, so I think you took the cherry to probably, you know, try and feed some of your birds, I'm assuming. I feel like this is somehow rigged against me, but I can't tell for sure. Okay, you do actually have a bull nest. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, so take this egg from the wild turkey. There we go. Got 7 points. Okay. I'm gonna get some more bonus points because I put that in the forest. You're still getting points for some reason. A reason that I can't really decipher whatsoever. I'm gonna try to find more food again. So, I need at least an invertebrate for the burrowing owl. But I don't want to put down the burrowing owl. I do want to try and actually get, like, some rodents for the horned owl. Well, there's one at the very least. Okay, well, in that case, I do need a seed for this little bird right here, though, so maybe get him. I don't have any seeds left in the bird feeder, though, so I can't cash it in. Cannot cash it in. God, why are you getting so many freaking eggs? Where are all these eggs coming from? I mean, what exactly is this in the background right here? This just looks like a straight-up factory. You're just producing all of these eggs en masse. I'm not even sure if this is fair or not. Like, I understand that you're supposed to be a machine, but I don't know. This seems rigged against me. I don't know. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's supposed to be like deliberately rigged against you, or it's supposed to be made like intentionally difficult, so that way you can try and like hone in on your strategies a lot better. I mean, if any of you guys are more familiar with the physical tabletop version of this game than I am, please explain to me what I'm doing wrong. Because I would like to try and get better at this game. I would like to try and figure out what exactly it is that I'm failing to realize here. I mean, I can't place this down right now, can I? No, I cannot. You know what? In the meantime, just because I'll get more points for it, yeah, I should actually do this because I will get bonus points. And does this count for... Yeah, multiple eggs on 1 bird each count. Okay, so in that case, yeah, I want that then. Yeah, so if a bird has a star nest, then that's also going to count towards that total, because it's like a wild card, basically. That's effectively how that works. Okay, well in that case, maybe place even more eggs down. Just in case this guy requires 2 eggs, then I could just use them all from the wild turkey. All the eggs that I placed down on the wild turkey so far. Okay, he didn't get that many points that round, though. He only got 2? But he still rolled that red dice, though. Let's see, 3, 6. Okay, well, I still get 3 bonus points, though, because I actually, like, accomplished something. He doesn't appear to have any birds in his forest habitat, though, I noticed. Because I have 3, he apparently has 0. I am gonna re-roll this. Okay, there's another rodent, very nice. Would have liked to have seen another invertebrate, please and thank you. And I also don't have any seeds either, so... God, 72? I feel like this guy is actually somehow beating me even more than the other AI bot did. Okay, let me try this and re-roll, and I still didn't get anything. Well, I mean, invertebrate might be okay. Do I need this seed, though? I probably don't. Just cache it. If my memory serves me right, I will receive bonus points for all the food that I've cached, so that's already like 5 bonus points right then and there. I mean, can I just play this card right now just so I can say that I put another bird in the forest right here, which is what I need for, you know, bonus points in here anyway, for the end round goal? Fine, just do that for now. You have 3 eggs, which you're gonna get 3 points for. I get it. I see it. Wait, do you actually have 5 points in that round now? So whenever he rolls a dice, does he just automatically get end of round points even if he actually didn't place anything down in the forest? I can't tell. Oh, this is just so bloody confusing, guys. Okay, I'm re-rolling this. What do we have? Another rodent. Okay, that's actually what I need. I have 3 of them. I have 3 of them. Okay, gain 1 from the supply, cash it on that card. Can I cash it on this too? Okay, sure. Fine. Is that 2 bonus points right there? I think so. Probably? I don't know, I might have done something like decent there. That might have been a decent strategy. 1 turn left. I know I'm gonna have to use eggs on my hooded warbler. Yeah, because I should have placed it on the wetlands guys instead, but whatever. Just so I can say that I actually played this damn card with the crappy luck that I got trying to actually get the rodents. There we go. And I get bonus points due to the fact that this is also from the forest habitat. Actually, no, I could have sets of 3 eggs for any habitat. I forgot about that other one, actually. Oh well. There. At least it's in there. I also got an achievement, Birds of a Feather. Don't know what that means, but that's cool and all. Okay, 87 points. So how much did he destroy me then? I need to know. Ooh, we actually tied on this round, though. We both got 5. Okay, we're even then. We're even. I only have 1 egg. Oh, I just don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, well, let's see what happened. Let's see how exactly this unfolded. So, I got 46 points in birds, which is a lot more than I thought I had. Okay, interesting. Oh, I only had 8. Yeah, how many eggs did he have? He had like, yeah, 14? Yeah, food on cards. And then tuck cards, I didn't have that many. Yeah, 66, 92. God. I still feel like I made an honest effort to try and catch up with him, but man... Especially when it's like, it's so hard to tell what he's actually doing, and you just keep seeing him accumulate more and more points. It can be hard to tell what exactly he's doing. At least I did better in the other game that time, though, because the other game I only got 45 points, which I feel like I could have gotten more if the game didn't just randomly glitch out on me near the end, and it didn't allow me to place that stupid card down. I'm still salty over that. But 66, that is one of the best scores I've gotten in the game so far. I think my best score that I've gotten off screen is 67. So what exactly did I beat him in? So he had no tuck cards or food on cards. But I did though, because I had 7. I also beat him in the bonus cards category too, and we also tied in tuck cards, because I had no tuck cards. God, I should have just placed some more eggs down. Holy crap, man. Okay, well, yeah. So, that's a game with Atama. I can't tell if he's cheating or not. He probably isn't, but man, when your opponent's screen is completely invisible, or, I mean, it might as well be, then yeah, it can be very difficult to tell what he's actually doing. I mean, I know the game still explains to you what exactly he's doing at any given time, but it doesn't exactly give you a very easy to understand description. especially when they make the font so freaking tiny that you need to like inspect it under a microscope in order to read it properly. Anyway, with that being said, I think we are going to end this video now, so this was not really meant to be that much of a serious video anyway, because I already knew going into this video that things were gonna go south very quickly, because I'm still trying to learn this game. I am still a new player to Wingspan, so don't be too upset at me that I don't fully understand how to play the game yet. Like, I'm learning, alright? Just give me a bit more time trying to learn the ins and outs of this game and all the mechanics and what have you, and try to devise some genuine strategies here, and maybe then there will finally come a time when I can actually beat the game on normal mode. But for the most part, I just wanted to explain all of the mechanics in this game, which I hope I did a good job at doing. I do apologize that there were a lot of explanations that I was trying to do throughout the entire video, but this game is definitely a lot more complicated than Sagrada was. Like Sagrada, it was very easy to understand, because basically you have all of these dice and you just place them down on a square grid. There's specific dice that you have to place on certain parts of the grid in order to accumulate bonus points, whether that be a dice that is blue or a dice with the number 4 on it. And you also had private and public objectives that you could fulfill in order to accumulate more points, and they were very easy to understand, and I mean the end of round goals in Wingspan are pretty similar to that, and they too are also quite simple to understand as well. And much like Sagrada, Wingspan does not require you to actually complete the end of round goals, but if you're trying to play the game competitively, then you're going to want to try and accomplish those goals. But this was not really meant to be a serious video where I was trying to be genuinely competitive against the AI. I just wanted to play this game today because I thought it was really cool. I don't really play that many tabletop games on my channel. In fact, the only other one that I have played so far is Sagrada. So I want to see if I can try and scout out some more of these kinds of games, like digital adaptations of tabletop games, and maybe try to do more videos on them. That is something else that I would like to try doing in the future too. The graphics in this game are definitely a lot prettier than Sagrada though. Everything is a lot more intricately detailed and very well animated too, like everything looks hand-drawn in this game. I love these kinds of hand-drawn art styles. I think I mentioned this in an older video, but I feel like hand-drawn art styles are not common enough in games. There needs to be more of them. But yeah, for any of you who are much more familiar with this game than I am, I hope I didn't infuriate you too much with my crappy gameplay. But I was a lot more interested in just talking about the game's mechanics and how everything plays. It's definitely a much more complex game than Sagrada. The amount of strategy that is hidden underneath the surface of this game goes a lot deeper than it does in Sagrada, so it's definitely a much harder game to play. Well, it's not a hard game to play, but it is a hard game to master. I'm kinda sad that I didn't get to show off any of the once between turns powers, or the pink powers as they're called, because I don't think they ever came up at any point in the game. I mean, there was a point when we were playing against Atama where I did see a card that had a pink power on it. I'm not sure if it ever got used at any point though, because it was in Atama's habitat and not mine. But yeah, Wingspan is just a really neat game, and I don't play any of these like physical to digital tabletop game adaptations anywhere near as often as I should. Now, one last thing that I want to do, because I did promise I would do this near the end of the video. So this birds option right here basically shows you all of the birds that you have discovered in the game so far. So these are essentially all of the cards that you have played up to this point. So the only way that you can discover birds in this game, or I guess discover other cards, is by actually playing them in the game. I think that if you come across a card that you have never played before, but you choose to just keep it in your deck and not actually play it, then the game does not consider it to be discovered, so it doesn't appear on the screen. At least I'm assuming that's how that works. So these are all of the cards that I have discovered so far, or I guess all of the birds. There's quite a few of them that I have come across so far, but as you can see, I'm missing a lot of them here. And as I mentioned before, there's 170 cards in this game. It would take me way too long to go over every single bird that's available here. I'm pretty sure there was an owl that I played a few minutes ago in the Atama game. Where is he? Where's my, oh yeah, Common Loon. Yeah, I remember him as well. Hello? Where's my owl boy right here? Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, see, because there was another owl card that I did obtain in the previous game that I played, but because I didn't actually play that card, it's not appearing here. This card I did actually play though. So if we click on this card, it will show us what the card actually looks like. It'll give us an entire description of what the card does. So the Great Horned Owl is 112 centimeters in wingspan. It has a platform nest. It will award you 8 points for simply placing that bird down. It takes 3 rodents to feed. It can only be placed in the forest habitat. And this animation, dude, this animation is amazing. Holy crap. And this is a predator bird, so when the brown power here is activated, look at a card from the deck. If its wingspan is less than 100 centimeters, tuck it behind the bird. If not, discard it. And as I've mentioned at least 20 times already, tucking cards underneath birds does award you points at the end of the game. Now, what is also interesting about this screen is that because these cards are based on real bird species, it will also show you some interesting trivia regarding the real-life equivalent of this bird. So, for instance, this bird lives in North America, Central America, and South America. Those are the only places it can be found. It also tells you that these strong owls can kill large prey, including skunks, cats, and dogs. There's also a voiceover that you can listen to that explains exactly what I just told you, but I can let you listen to it here for just a minute.
Great Horned Owl. These strong owls can kill large prey, including skunks, cats, and dogs.
Yeah, so there is narration in case you want to hear the narration instead. Something else you might have noticed while we were playing the game is that whenever you are discovering a new card, or whenever you play a card that you have never played in the game before, that narration will begin automatically. So that's one way you can tell that you've just discovered a brand new card. If it gives you like a little narration detailing the real-life equivalent of the bird that you just played, then that means you discovered a new card. And you'll be able to view that card at any time by going back to the main menu and clicking on the bird option. Of course, you will need to scroll down quite a bit in order to find this particular bird, but the game does effectively allow you to view all 170 cards in the game once you are able to acquire every single one of them. What about the wild turkey here? Wild turkey can only be found in North America. Wild turkeys were domesticated in the Americas before European contact. This is not a particularly interesting card though, because as you can see, this is one of these rare cards that doesn't actually have a power, as I've actually learned in this video, because I thought for certain that all the cards in this game had powers, but that's apparently not true. Anyway, that's about everything that I wanted to discuss regarding Wingspan, so I am going to leave the video here for now. If you want to purchase Wingspan, the link is in the description. It's only available on Steam right now, the digital version, and the digital version costs $20. I have no idea how much the tabletop version costs though. If I can find a link to the tabletop version, I will be sure to link that in the description too. And there is apparently a Nintendo Switch port of this game in development as well, and the Switch version was announced quite a few months ago. But that port of the game still hasn't been released yet, and there currently is no release date for it. But once it does get released on the Switch, I will notify you guys. I will go back, update the description of this video with the link to the Switch version. Whenever that may happen, because I have no idea when exactly that's going to happen. It doesn't have a release date. If you want to join Wingspan's community, they do also have a Discord server as well, and this is the link to their Discord right here, discord.gg/Wingspan. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video I make. Later!